Now, Ghana is currently producing less than half of the annual fish requirement of the local market. Information from the Fisheries Commission indicates that out of the 800 metric tons of fish consumed locally, local fishermen are only able to produce 320 metric tons. Experts attribute this shortfall to the proliferation of illegal fishing methods, which have over the years brought overfishing in Ghana's waters. Now, as a result of the European Union is sponsoring a project to tackle the menace of overfishing, which may eventually threaten the livelihoods of the over 2.5 million Ghanaians employed by the fishing industry. Now, joining me in the studio is Kojo Cheyamwa. He is a programs manager for Friends of the Nation, one of the implementing bodies for the project. We also have Madam Emilia Abeka Edu. She is the Vice President of the National Fish Processors and Traders Association. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Kojo, why is it necessary to carry out a project like this?
Yes, my brother, the fisheries sector has experienced a lot of decline, and there is need for a lot of support, collaboration from stakeholders, and implementation of such projects to support government efforts to address the issue. We've all heard the hula bonu about cases where fishermen use illegal fishing, and then issues of trying to ensure enforcement and the whole issues. Even yesterday, the minister was in parliament and was drilled on some of these issues as well. These are key issues which requires the support of stakeholders as well. Because as we have said, the fishery sector is a very important sector. It provides livelihood for about 10% of Ghanaians. And fishermen, they produce a lot, so the dependents are more. And then fishing is the main livelihood in these communities. For some of them, it's their cultural heritage. So if you take away fishing, it's like you take away their own existence. So that is why there is a need for a consistent and a conscious and a meticulous effort to ensure that the industry is protected.
Right.
So that is why this Faribambo Fisheries project is being implemented. Beyond that, there are other projects also being implemented
within the space.
Within
Before we go to the details of the project, ma'am, would you say that this, from what you know, what you're about to do would have everything that you need to address the challenges of the fishing sector?
Yes, we need the project a lot, because from the time I was born, our fishing industry was our livelihood. This is what we depend on. And now with the illegal fishing and other stakeholders that are, let's say, the businessmen who have entered the industry, has made the fishing to decline. And this is really, really affecting we, the fisher folks. It is really affecting us. So with this project, in fact, it will help us, because the project has so many dimensions. They have training capacity for the women. They have microfinance to support the women. So with this project, I think it will help us to help the rebuilding of the fish stocks.
Mr. Yama, one of the major issues that has confronted the fishing industry, and which was just drawn to our attention, is the ban on fish exports into some jurisdictions across the world. Are you cognizant of this challenge we have? Are you going to factor in addressing some of these things?
Yes, very much, because the European Union is also part like a regulator, putting its eyes to ensure that countries apply better laws and a better processing and other method of harvesting, so that when fish is exported to the European market, it is wholesome, that when people eat, they will not have problems. And somewhere in 2013, thereabout, the European Union realized that Ghana had issues and challenges in proper harvesting and other management measures. So it flagged a yellow card. A yellow card gives you certain restrictions, because in football, when you have a yellow card and then you get a red card, that means you are totally out. So the yellow card rather gave restrictions to importation, and then through import and others, we receive about $1 million every year from fisheries. So when importation restrictions are placed, then you are losing that revenue.
So for the past few years, we've been losing $1 million a year.
No, this yellow card was lifted due to conditions that were put in place. And this project is to ensure and sustain some of those conditions before there's consideration whether we go back or not. So that is where it is very relevant that this project is done collectively and collaboratively and is successful to ensure that Ghana do not get back the yellow card and lose this amount of money we're talking about.
But at the moment, are we still, is there still a ban on our exports?
No. At the moment, it is lifted, and it was lifted somewhere 2015.
So we've been exporting since 2015?
Yes, we've been exporting under special conditions. Special conditions means that what you said you would do, if you don't do that, the yellow card comes back. So that is the essence of this project as well. But the most important thing is to ensure the protection of the livelihood of the numerous dependents, like our mother said, and like others, and like the fisher folks in general. And because mostly this is the livelihood they use to take care of the family, it's also give them access to food. And Ghanaians, we consume a lot of fish. Ghana is one of the countries where almost everything goes with fish. Breakfast fish, lunch fish, dinner fish, everything goes with fish. So to meet the daily consumption, we should be encouraging this. And also note that due to nutritional reasons and medical reasons and health reasons, people are moving more onto fish than meat. So there's a need to maintain. But due to the regulation, the use of illegal fishing methods and others is contributing to the overfishing. And now our stocks have been overfished.
Okay.
It's like getting poor and being poor. Now we are in poor, we are overfished. And there is urgent need for some of these radical reform processes to ensure that, one, there is high compliance. When I say high compliance, the existing laws, how can fisher folks pick it, understand and comply? So this project will also look at explaining and engaging them. Then there is also the point of deterrence. Deterrence means that if you use illegal methods, how can you be arrested? How can you be prosecuted effectively? Fair, transparent, sustainable deterrent process. And these are key important things that we need to sustain the fisheries industry.
Right. Speaking of deterrence processes, you know, I have accompanied a team of the Fisheries Enforcement Unit to one of our landing beaches. And you find that the fishermen on the beaches, they are using illegal methods. They are saying that, look, it's not our fault we are using, for instance, monofilament nets to fish, because that's what we get when we go and buy. And illegal fishing methods are ongoing. And some would think, ma'am, that it is the fishermen themselves who are in love with these illegal methods, and it will be difficult to get them to stop them.
You see, when a fisherman is going to sea, the main objective is to go and get fish. Come and feed the family, feed the extended family. So any means that he will get the fish is what he will use it.
Whether legal or illegal.
Whether legal or illegal. But the fisheries laws, the airline, everything state that this should not be taken to the sea. So they are being educated. If a fisherman tells you that he doesn't know that monofilament is illegal, he's a liar. It's just that because it is very cheap, and when he goes to sea, he gets fish easily. So he will just pretend that, I don't know.
So how do we know, looking at this challenge you're saying, how do we know that this project will be effective with these cultural challenges we face with
because
fishermen?
The project is addressing these issues. They are using communication. We'll be going to the landing beaches, educate them, maybe in drama, in songwriting, other things, so that it will sing. Even the children will be hearing the name of Faribambo in everything that they do. We are thinking of even entering the churches and everywhere. So you cannot tell me that if the drama trip comes to your community, you didn't hear. What about when you went to church? That one, your preacher was preaching, touched on that issue. Didn't you hear that?
Maybe they didn't go to church that Sunday. But anyway, it's nearly time for us to wrap up. Let me give you 30 seconds each, just for your final words.
Yes. The points I would want to say is that the fisheries sector is very important, and for the media and others, we'll be partnering with you to ensure that communication goes on, even doing capacity strengthening and training and information session with the media, so that you would understand the industry, understand how to be part of the whole communication campaign. And we are also calling on all the other stakeholders, the Ghana National Canoe Fishermen Council, a key role, the Women Fish Processors are a key role, the Fisheries Alliance, which is a civil society group, and individuals are also a key role. Fisheries Commission government is playing a key role. Then other partners partner fisheries implementing projects. We all want to rally around a platform to look at sustainability, to look at replicability, and to also look at helping each other to achieve the objectives and the aspirations of this project.
Thank you. Thank you. I will not be able to take any more comments. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us. And we'll take a quick break. It's time now for Business with Emmanuel Aboagye-Aphey. Thank you.